Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. Today, Sam and I are headed out without the girls. Did we even tell them that we were going?
No.
Did we ask them if they wanted to go?
No.
Oh, well, today we are headed out without the girls, but we're gonna do something fun. So this year, just to catch you up, this year I bought 4 new baby goats, new registered baby goats, all with genetics that I am chasing. I want to start building my own. I want to start building a line of goats. I want to start improving the goats that I have instead of keep on buying goats. But before I can do that, I have to actually buy some goats. Some registered goats. Currently I only have 4 registered goats. Only 2 of them are girls. So I bought 4 registered goats. 2 are boys, 1 I have already, and 1 is coming in the next month or so. And 1 little girl I pick up next weekend, and another little girl I don't pick up until the end of July. So today I'm gonna get to go and meet the 1 little girl that I get to pick up in July. Some people do this, some people don't. I was able to go meet the other little girl that I'm picking up next weekend. She's a friend, she's owned by a friend of mine, and this new girl is also owned by a friend of mine, but I have never met the goat yet. So we're gonna go, and we're gonna go and meet her. I'm super excited. I'll take some pictures or maybe some videos of her so you guys can get an idea of what she looks like and how she acts. Did I show the last one? I don't even think I showed the last little girl. I don't know. Anyways, we're going. I'm getting older. I'm getting forgetful. I kind of want it to all just be like a big surprise, but I'll give you a clue. All of our new goats, they all look the same. All except for Nico, who I already have. He's the only one that's a different color. They all are the same color. We're going to call her... Sophie names all the goats, and I keep on forgetting what is her name. I always think it's like Heather or Ethel, but it's not any of those. Do you remember what it is? It's Hazel. That's why I always think it's Heather, because it starts with H. I can't remember I can't remember Hazel. How am I gonna remember Hazel, Sam?
Say it 100 times.
I'll say it 100 times. Hazel. I love it. Maybe I'll associate it with hazel eyes, because she actually has hazel eyes, brown eyes. Hazel. I'll have to try and remember. But anyways, our new goat is named Hazel. I like those kind of names for goats, like Jezebel and Hazel and I don't know, just like old-fashioned names kind of thing. Old-fashioned type names. Sophie named her. I had to read from my list of names, and then Sophie picked one that she liked. I tried to barter with her for a different name, but Sophie doesn't give. One thing I love about summer is that everywhere you go, they have barbecues going. So if you're out someplace and you're starving and you're missing your lunch, you can just get a sausage. And you guys, they had sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is so good for you. It's so healthy, Sam. I put that on my grocery list. I keep forgetting. I want to make some, but I'm not growing any cabbages, but cabbage is cheap. I love sauerkraut, you guys. So I love that lady's goats. They were really, really cute. I loved mine. She loved me. It's interesting when you meet little goats, or when you meet goats, some of them, they all have such different personalities. Some of them are skittish, and some of them are shy, and some of them, like, she was not overwhelming, like she didn't jump on you and act crazy, but she wasn't shy. She was really perfect. I have 100 projects that I need to get done, but 100 projects that I have to get done. Actually, I guess I should have said I have 100 projects that I want to get done, and then 100 projects that I need to get done. But Sam decided we should go to the movies today. So yeah, I got a little pool because it's gonna be really hot tomorrow. My grandkids are coming. And Sam got another picnic table at a yard sale, $10.
Goats.
Because he says the one that he got last week for the boy goats isn't sturdy enough. This one's better. And I found another crochet blanket. I don't really like these colors, but I'm addicted to it, you guys. You bought a pineapple?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And strawberry.
Yeah, Sam and I do this thing where we go to the grocery store together, but he doesn't like to stay in the store for a long time, so he doesn't go with me. So then I shop and then he shops. So then we always end up buying the same stuff. Yesterday I asked him to get a pineapple, and he couldn't find any at our local store. So when we were in town, I saw them and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a pineapple. And then strawberries and raspberries were on sale. So I got strawberries and raspberries, and he got them too. Okay, so if anyone is interested in my crochet journey, you guys remember I told you that there's a new trend. Just like how buying books is its own obsession separate from reading books, crocheting is its own obsession, separate. Wait, stop. Separate from collecting wool. They're two different obsessions, but now I have this obsession with unwinding wool. Okay, Ellie, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's okay, Ellie. Okay, hold on. So here's the status of what's happening with my crochet, with my wool obsession. I have all these little pieces of wool everywhere. I have been unraveling this blanket. This is the one I got last week. That's the ball that I'm working on right now. It is so fun, you guys. I'm obsessed. I like destroying other people's work, Sam just said, but look at this. You're gonna be shocked by what I did with the wool. All right, you're not gonna be shocked, but it's beautiful. It's like a work of art. So I used my new automatic wool winder to wind up my wool, and it looks so nice. Like, it's so pretty. I have all different colors and different sizes. These are all examples of the wool that I've extracted from blankets over the last couple of weeks. This is the one, and I have a ton more to still wind, but it's like hypnotic. Unwinding it, see how pretty it looks? And I've been experimenting with the machine that I got. You can adjust tension. So when I did this one, it's not as tight. The tension's not as good as like when I did this one and when I did this one. But it's so pretty. It's like this waffle weave. I love it. It's totally a work of art. I understand why people hang it on the wall now. And every week I've been lucky enough to find a new blanket, but this whole bag is full of other balls of wool. And then I have, these are not my favorite colors at all, but it's still so fun. But it's the unwinding of the wool that is so addicting. You know what I bought that for? I got it at a yard sale today. Without you, I know. You guys were sleeping. But we're going to the movie, so I knew you needed to sleep. Anyways, it's this light. And it turns on up here, but it has to be charged still. I was charging it in the car and it worked. There's the little buttons right here.
Maybe it
right here.
needs to be plugged in.
It better not have to be plugged in. Anyways, I got this light. It's really heavy on the bottom. And I thought when the goats are giving birth, if it's night and there's like trouble or whatever, I can use it. Little baby Jack is graduating kindergarten and he'll be here he'll be here tomorrow, so I got him a little gift. He's into Minecraft. You guys, it is really hot, and it's supposed to be hot, like really hot now until Tuesday. This little farm has become the cool place to hang out for my kids. My youngest son, Nick, likes to bring his kids here because they can play with the animals, they can ride the horses. It's just, I don't know, something like it's just a fun time for them. So this week he asked me if he could bring a couple of his friends and their kids. So it's gonna be a little celebration. Oh, I wanted to give you guys an update on my garden. Oh my gosh, everything is wilting. I'm gonna water it tonight, but I've been weeding every single night. After we put the goats to bed, I just stop here. Everything was looking beautiful this morning, but it is so hot. Everything is wilting, like crazy wilting. So I'll water it tonight. But I was thinking, do you guys think I should put straw from the horse fields, from the horse stalls, between the rows? Because look at this. I started at the bottom, it worked all the way up, and then by the time I get to the top again, the bottom is all weedy. So I haven't even finished this section. I did way at the back there. But this is all weeded, all weedy in here between my tomatoes. Get out of that garden, out! And then I have weeds also. This whole section here still has weeds, this little section here. But I'm getting there. It's getting good, you guys. But I could sift through, like look at this. I could just sift through this stuff and just put that over top of, in between the thing. Do you guys think I should? Sam has been working on getting rid of our poop, and that's going well. I swear, I clean it and then I come back out and it's a mess. So I'm going to try and get this cleaned up, and I'm going to sweep out the barn before we leave. I bought a box of freezies for tomorrow for all those kids. All right, I got everything all swept up. It really needs to be washed, this floor. Girls are still picking up. That's how you guys do it? Yeah. Don't forget that tree over there. So if you're wondering why it's hard for me to get all the jobs done that I want to get done, like I want to clean the horse field is really clean. I literally have just under the shelter, which is half cleaned. Hi, Gracie. And a few spots. Hopefully I can get that done tomorrow with, I don't know, with all those people here. But the reason it's so hard to get all the jobs done is because, like all the extra jobs done, is because every day you have to do the daily jobs. So I'm doing all the daily jobs, trying to get those done, and then by the time, and then I'm like doing the garden. So that's an extra new daily job, and my yarn that I'm addicted to. But anyway, we will get there. One thing Sam never does in the barn is, hi Ellie, we see you there, is clean up around stuff. Like, because it's a sand ground, I like to rake it all. Because if you guys remember, when we moved in here, there was hay everywhere, like a year worth of hay on the ground, and I had to clean it all up, and it was annoying. So I like to come out at least once a week and clean all this stuff. The problem is I'll clean all this stuff up, and then I will come in tomorrow and it will be a mess again. All right, we are cleaned up in here. All done. Horses are having their lunch. Sam always throws hay in there too, even though they can go out on the grass. But you know what's weird? The other day, Sam saw a lady pull her hay at nighttime underneath her and then pee on it. Yep, that's what she does. And I get it. She does it because she doesn't want it to splash up on her legs. I get that. But yeah, easy to do when somebody else is buying the hay for you. I also found a bottle of Off. I try and keep these all around the house. So like in the play area, I keep one. On the back deck, I keep one. In the goat barn, I keep one. Because the bugs can get bad in the summer. I have 15 minutes left before we leave. I'm a bit of a mess. But before we go, I'm gonna check on my babies. Horses, oh my gosh. So this is happening. This morning I noticed it. Actually, I didn't tell you. So this morning I came down, I let all the animals out, all the goats out. Everything was fine, and then I heard screaming, like in pain screaming, like torturous screaming from one of the goats. And I was like, I pretty much know all their sounds now. And I was like, who the heck is that? And it was a goat on the other side of the wall eating grain. So this goat had his mouth full of grain. It was like, ah, with a mouthful of grain, screaming at the top of their lungs. So I went behind there, and it was Lola. And then so I ran out. I was like, because Lola never makes noise. Look at, they're getting crazy here. So I'm like, Lola never makes noise. What the heck is happening? So I go out, I rub her all over her whole body, and I'm like, what is wrong, Lola? Are you okay? Like, she's fine, she's quiet. And then I walk away, and she goes over and she's eating again, and she's just screaming at the top of her lungs. So then I go and I let the boys out, and I come out the boy side of the barn, and isn't Lola at the fence line screaming at the boys. She was in heat. That's it. That's all it was. What I noticed this morning though is that little Mr. Nico isn't as happy just standing behind Ziggy anymore. He wants, look at how nice he looks though. I keep on noticing it. Like even when he's not peeing, he just looks, look at him. He looks so nice. Anyways, he is not happy standing behind Ziggy anymore. He wants to fight Ziggy for his right to the girls. But yeah, he wants his turn. I noticed this thing was pushed away from the wall. I'm worried that any of them or either of them are going to try and jump over. I've been wondering why they have never tried to jump over on this thing. I guess they really can't. Yeah, I know. Soon, buddy. It'll soon be time. See, he doesn't take it anymore. Now he's like, hey, but both of them don't have horns. Let's give you guys fresh water. That's one of the funny things about goats too. When we went to meet little Miss Hazel, who I love, you guys, she was on my lap. She's not pushy. She's just so sweet. I loved all her goats. They were all adorable. Even the moms were adorable. And when we were there, she was topping up everybody's water, and in her paperwork, like before you buy a goat from her, she was saying how it says how goats need fresh water 2 times a day, at least 2 times a day. And it's true, we give our goats fresh water 3 times a day, in the morning when we let them out, and then later in the day, and then at night when they come in, they all get fresh water. And that's the funny thing. It's not just like, oh, you love them so much, you want to make sure they have clean water, like every animal needs clean water. It's that if there's a speck of anything in there, like if water sits and it's stagnant for any length of time, goats won't drink it. Like, it's a necessity with goats. They are notorious for being picky. Aren't they so cute? Look, she's up there with all 3 of her babies. And then little Oakley down underneath. And then this poor girl. She's not the baby anymore. It changes them. It changes the goats when new babies come along. Another reason I like to go to other people's farms is because I can like get a better idea of what their goats look like and compare them to mine, and especially for size. And there was a yearling there, last year's baby, all grown up, and she was like probably triple the size of Toffee, probably triple the height. I don't know, maybe 2.5, maybe like 2.5 times her height. She was like a normal size yearling. Like you would look at her and say, oh, she's a yearling. And other than Toffee's fur and being kind of wide, you can't tell she's a yearling. She looks like a baby still. Posey, you're always ruining my videos. She's like, let me in, Laura. All right, I gotta go out there and do water. All right, everybody's good. Everybody is perfect for us to leave the farm for a couple hours. I'm gonna ask, and Winston, who doesn't have any boy tendencies, is just enjoying his lunch. Anyway, we're gonna head out and I'm gonna get cleaned up and we're gonna go to the movies. The one thing about living on a farm and having animals is that you have to be very strategic about when you go to the movies. You have to go between feeding times. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see How to Train Your Dragon, which is a favorite of Gabby's. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Sunday.
Don't you know that you're beautiful?